All right. All right, let's try this again. Well, the program. So today I'm going to be working on increasing my power output, but first things first, some kind of way I seem to run out of refined oil. So I'm gonna come back to the home world and we're just gonna fix all this mess because the way I got some of my stuff set up, it it actually requires me to use a lot of crude oil to refine oil so that I can make energetic graphite. So the thing about it, this is the home world. There's still a little bit of oil on here, so I'm trying to get all of it. Waste not, want not, right? So that's one. I think I drained that one. Drained that one. Drained that one. There's a couple more crude oil. So I'm gonna go over there. Get my bearings. I haven't been on this planet in a while. I'm just gonna basically recycle these oil pumps that I had and relocate them. Cause that's my refinery right here. Yeah, a very basic refinery. I don't know what all this is. There's a lot of magnets here. Sounds like they added a bunch of tracks and a bunch of new tracks. So what I'm gonna do, since all the stuff that's in here, I'm just gonna go ahead and send it out. Basically empty this storage container. There's no point. I think they patched this game because yeah, that's a new audio track. Sounds pretty pleasant. Uh, let's do no. We'll just do this. That up and what was in the magnets? Magnet supply. There's also a few gears in there. So supply gears. That's not running anymore, so there's no need for that. That research should be going quicker than that. We'll touch on that too. So because that's iron basically. So better take that with me. All right. Some I-beams in there too. So there is there's 3,000 ingot right there. Yeah, that can go to another planet too. And there's an oil deposit there. I'm gonna go pick that. But let's see what to do about this stuff here. Again, this ain't the prettiest, but this is the first planet, so that's why everything looks all jumbled. I did not know what in the world I was doing when I first started this. So right now I'm just kind of gathering up the pieces. There's a little bit of iron ore up, yeah. That's weird that that would be in there. Let's try and clean up a little bit. Oh well. The thing about it, I don't need this. That can go. That can go. Ah, shit. Because that's not how I'm not doing my. I'm getting my sulfuric acid from oceans, so that can go. I'm not. What the? There's still iron being processed here. Where's it coming from? I might have to come back here and sort all this mess out later. It's gonna take me a day. It might take me a whole day to sort that out. Alright, that's enough activity for now. All my ships are moving at warp speed, which is good, and I think I'm gonna head over to Eta Scorpy. We'll start at the fourth planet, and what we're gonna try to do is try to figure out if I'm able to mass produce solar artificial stars. Though, which I think I am, but just gotta make sure. And if I'm not, then we'll go make those, and then I'm gonna do something different with my power production. Ooh. Damn, that Dyson sphere looks actually pretty good. All right, I like that view right there. That's gonna end up being a Instagram post. All right. I had not even realized I set that up like that. Looks great. Who? Okay. So this is supposed to be the most efficient planet that I make, and we are not producing. Why are we not producing? Probably because there is no iron. There's no iron on the planet. There's no iron coming into the planet. We have a shit ton of coal, and it's not being used. That's interesting. So I'm about to fix that. That's also why these purple matrices aren't being produced, because I'm not making circuits, which is due to the fact that I don't have much iron coming in. Believe that or not. So it's kind of weird. Every time I stop and every time I plan to do something on this game, I end up getting sidetracked. So the good thing is that stuff on this plant works. So this actually has a decent amount of crude oil. Yep, that's got a decent amount of crude oil and a decent amount of energetic graphite. Do I need to ship that off world though? I think I should, just to keep the process going. Alright, so that's what we'll do. So that's good. I only want this to travel for like 1 light year, because as I move forward, I'm not gonna be setting up my logistics centers to go infinite, because you can set up a strip mine for your raw materials and land up all the way on the other side of the star cluster. You don't want that. You'll end up running yourself out of material. So what I'm gonna do, this one right here that's set to infinite, I've got which do I'm gonna set it to a very low amount, about maybe 1600. That's enough for 2 logistics vessels, and we'll get the energetic graphite. I'm sorry, the energetic graphite. Get that going. And what that did is, since this was all backed up, this is back to running again. And there should be at least one planet. Yeah, and there's a shipment that's already gone out. There's already one planet that those are going to. So that's good. But I'm gonna end up having to find me another green planet that's actually got crude oil supply, and working with that. Who is this calling, dude? No, when I first started the stream, and my shit's on freaking mute. Welcome to the program, guys. So today I'm trying to focus on conquering a new world, but before I do that, I want to get on here and just kind of tweak a few things a little bit because some things were slowing down. My research kind of was at a little bit of a halt, and I've got two research facilities, and looks to me like, they're in two different star systems, and it looks to me like they've picked back up because this research is actually going to be done in less than 4 minutes mark, and um, yeah, what I'm doing because I keep running myself out of iron, trying to fix that, trying to find some workaround to do that. I'm gonna set up a new planet, hopefully, um, and try to set up a new power. Uh, I want to set up a planet that actually try to gives out a higher power output, so that I can actually run more stuff on it a little bit better than this. So, but in order to do it, but before I did that, I had to stop at the home planet, get my um, well, picked up a few oil refineries or whatever, some oil extractors, and I'm gonna relocate them to another planet. I think I know which one. I think I'm gonna have to go to the Beeham system. Why these aren't working, I don't know. So this should be running, but that's kind of weird. And where am I at? So this is basically, there's a little bottleneck about my carbon nanotubes. So we can fix that because that should be running. There's no reason that should not be running, but we'll figure this out. Since I remember where the piss I left my carbon nanotubes. Alright, this little extractor site isn't doing anything anymore because it is run out. Yeah, that's run out. There's actually rockets in here, so I could probably. How many rockets? Like all the silos, they're full of rockets. They're full of about 20 rockets each. But I'm gonna leave those where they're at right now, because this is actually one of my largest spheres, and actually this actually might be the largest sphere that I've got right now. But we got. Yeah, so we got that going on. So where I know I was making just about everything on this planet, so there should be carbon nanotubes being manufactured, and I don't see them. Refinery's running. Fire ice vein. Fire ice vein, we got, where are my nanotubes? What else I got here? I need to take time and actually look and see what I've got here. I got just about everything. Almost anything that is available to me to manufacture on this planet is being manufactured. But it's kind of a needle in the haystack trying to figure out where I've got everything coming from. So frame material, but I need nanotubes. Figure out what I do with my nanotubes. What's up, guys? Welcome to the program again. For anybody that's jumping in a stream, appreciate you from joining me here on my Saturday sphere building. Um, like I've said in previous, I'm eventually gonna go to another planet and basically get another one set up to strip mine. Um, I had to stop at my old facilities first and just kind of hash a few things out. I'm like, do I really? I don't really need any more. I don't really need any more oil refineries. So some of these other materials I can probably divert somewhere else, so I can make game froze. So I can make my other research matrices. But oh well. And there's an untapped coal vein that I haven't touched yet. But where in the hell? The thing about it is when you build everything on one planet, it gets hard to find where you left things. No matter how organized that you find it, maybe, and since this game is still considered kind of early release, maybe that could probably do something. And the thing about it, sometimes I do color code sections of the planet, but that takes raw material in order to do that. Because you look on YouTube and you see like folks that have like these these tiles and stuff that you can put all over the planet, which is good, but they're all they're all an iron based item, and my problem is that I'm always running out of iron based products, which kind of holds up everything because everything is based on iron. Well, everything it pretty much is tied to iron in some kind of way. So I'm only doing that as I need to, so I can patch up things like, say, if there's a lake, or if there's like a pit, or some kind of maybe a flow of lava that I need to build over. So I'll paint over that. But I'm as of right now, I'm not gonna take a whole planet and just kind of just overflow it with tiles unless I absolutely need to. Maybe I'm not making nanotubes on this damn planet because I don't see them. But I thought I had everything on here. If not, I will make it. Okay. Thought I did, but I'm not. But apparently I don't. Actually, I think I was importing that stuff. But since we got so much fire ice, I can actually make that facility. So we'll do that. And let's see here. Let's find a good spot to do this in. Oh wait, no. There's a fucking spot right here. Oh no, that's fibers. But the actual nanotubes. There's two ways to make these, but yeah, I'm gonna make some random cell. So it's what I think chemical facility. Yeah, so chemical facility, and the ingredients are the graphene, which I can get from the fire ice. Yeah, graphene, fire ice, and then the titanium ore. Yeah, we have plenty of titanium ore. That's not a problem. That's not a problem at all to come up with that stuff. So I'm just gonna make like and this is a pretty good spot to fill in. It's not gonna be big, so do that, and I'm just gonna lay out. Don't really need but a handful of facilities. So, and this is gonna be. I just need a belt that feeds basically 2 feeder belts and then 1 exit belt. That put the chemical facilities, rotate around a little bit. That looks fine right there. And I only need we'll use the Mark III sorter, so 2 in, 1 out. Ooh, nice. The mecha gets a little bit more power. Hell, with that upgrade, I can fly from here to the black hole and back and not have to worry about stopping. So select recipe, and we're doing the original carbon nanotube. So let's see. Should be able to get that demand. I'm not gonna have it. We'll leave it around 2,000 maybe. 1,000 of those. 2,000 iron demand. That's gonna be easy to get. That, and that's what we're building. We're gonna supply that, and I'm gonna keep it. Kind of low. Keep it at about maybe 1,500. There's no point of putting. There's no point of adding drones here. You know, I haven't been in. I've been doing some streaming for a little while now, and you know, you just gotta like the people that you come in contact with. The thing about it is that there's always a lot of people using this as kind of like a small business. So I would get hit up about, hey, um, can I design these logos or these emojis and stuff like that too? Because that's where some of my logos have come from, like people I know or you know, just random people that hit me on my Instagram and stuff like that, which is good for me because my stuff it helps me get views and gets gets other people's attention, and it's good to help me post on social media and stuff like that. So do that, and that's so I'm gonna keep this kind of small. Really, this belt can be a Mark III. For no apparent reason, it can be a Mark III. All right, so the research that are going on here is going to give me 3 more drones, which is going to happen in, God, in damn near 3 hours. Oh wait, some kind of way that time just got cut in half, and it's back up and it's down. There's some funny is going on in my research facilities, and which is fine, because eventually it'll be done. Because I'm on. It takes a lot of these universal matrices to actually finish this stuff. Like 12,000 of those for that. But like I said, if you keep if well, I've only surveyed only a handful of star systems. So if I can actually get stuff going at my others, won't have that problem. Golly, that's only 15 a minute. So yeah, we're gonna have to copy this over. It's gonna have to be. Just so that it's actually sped up. Carbon nanotubes, the original recipe. Just click and drag. All those are powered up. The thing about that though, when you click and drag stuff, make sure that they're actually producing and outputting. And make sure that they're going on the actual belt that you need them to go to. Because I was yeah, I had been um there's some that I had running on another planet. Not this same recipe, but the problem I had was I had the sorters set up the wrong way. I thought for certain that would have fit right there, but oh well. But anyway, so that's enough. That ought to help do a few things. All right. Now back to what I was doing before, and I can't recall. I don't think it was this planet. There was another planet that I was on that was actually that I was gearing up to produce to kind of mass produce the artificial star. And in order that and which that's a building. That's this one, the artificial star. So it's a four component building. And I think if I go to the Biom system, I think that's probably where I put that stuff. Unless by chance it was here. So I'm just gonna look real quick and make sure it wasn't this planet. It don't look like it was for the components that it needed. Well, maybe that one, but we're gonna head over to Biom. So yeah, so we're gonna warp over to the next, or was it Epsilon? Think about it, it's so freaking hard to remember where you put shit in this damn game. So all right, we're gonna go over. We'll go not Biom. We'll go over to the star system first. And because I got things set up to um, go selling fishing on that planet. That actually might end up just being my little manufacturing hub. But I gotta increase the power output before we do that. Oh, I'm gonna need another facility that can mass produce solar cells quickly. Ah shit. Overshot. Overshot. Overshot again. Alright, we are entering planetary orbit. Alright. So this power grid, I'm actually augmenting with artificial stars as well. Current power output, well, the current power generation capacity is 1.15 gigawatts of power. And you can see compared to the planet that we just left, we barely started, barely scratched the surface on this thing. I think on this one, on this planet, I kind of geared towards building the more complex components, which of course means that oh, and I was also trying to keep the iron local because I didn't want to end up trying to run out of my stuff. So that's probably why I left it the way it is. So what we got here? I think we're gonna be good as long as I don't ship all the iron off world. So far looking good. But do I have the components that I need to make the artificial star? I want to mass produce those because I hate to copy off of people, but like I saw like a that's my rocket producer. Yeah, because I saw a another streamer, and what this guy did was on his polar ice cap. Um, Hopefully that's all the ones I need. On his polar ice cap, it was full of artificial stars, just full of them. Yeah, I think this is where I need to do it. All right, so we'll go ahead and set up. We're gonna set up a facility for. Why do I have two of these? I just saw a facility that was mass producing rocket silos. That's this one. I don't need any more of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch all these inputs off. And we'll figure out what to do with them later. I know I'm gonna need those these processors. So those are gonna come out of that silo. Let's think of that. Yeah, those are gonna come out of that silo. And if this is where I intend for this stuff to happen, oh, ain't nothing to it. We just pick a spot and build. And yeah, it's gonna be a small facility, so could actually do it right here. Check the recipe one more time. All right. Because it's four, I'm gonna use a interplanetary logistics center to kind of funnel the stuff. So I know I need these the constraint sphere. Don't need a lot of them. Yeah, that some frame materials. Storage, and this is the titanium alloy of the man, remote storage, and the last item was the quantum ships. You can use those and build artificial star. And think about it, it takes a lot of these to make these. Huh. I didn't realize it. Yep. Man, wow. Look at that. Look at that. All right. And this is gonna get a bit complex because I have to feed. You gotta feed four items into one facility. So let's do this. And I don't really have a standard template for this, but I'm gonna figure it out. So I'm gonna kind of offset it here from the center line, and we'll just run I don't know. I'm gonna run two belts there, two, belt here, belt there. Create a recipe, building, artificial star. So remember, 4 components in, one out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 3 belts on this side, one belt going in, and then another belt coming. Yeah, another belt coming out, and yeah, 3 in, one out. Make sure I power it very well. So I'm using a lot of satellites all over the place. So I'm just gonna put it right there because I'm probably gonna extend it that way. And I'm not trying to make 10,000 of these. At the most I'll probably make. So if I got them at no, need one for like at least one shipment of yeah, at least one shipment of those. So I'll leave it at 800. Go ahead and put some rockets there. Not rockets, logistics centers. Um, yeah, I can offload that, which is good. So that can stay. And set up the sorters. Sorter in, sorter in, sorter. Feeding sorter um, and exit sorter. Mm. And do 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 do. All right, that'll work. Get the belts going. So yeah, we'll feed the chips, frame material, titanium alloy. Annihilation sphere. Let's see, and this is a Mark III processor, and it's producing 3 a minute, but way less than what I had wanted. So, but no biggie. Just keep. I'm gonna extend all the belts. Belt feeder, 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 and then I can, since I have plenty of these facilities already, I can just kind of put one in there and put several more down the way here. And then these are fueled by the antimatter rods, so I'm not gonna have trouble producing these really. Do remote storage real quick. All right, that worked. That's the first part of it. Alright, sorry about that. I was listening to something, I had to put it on mute. Oh yeah, that's right. I was wondering what the weird. There was a weird thing about this planet. It actually has a horizontal rotation. That's right. This one was like, yeah, yeah, because its north and south pole run perpendicular to the north and south pole of the star that it orbits. It's weird. So ultimately, what is? Hmm. This planet should be producing its own quantum chips. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Or did I intend to make those here? Or did I already gear up for that? Let me check, because that's a more complex item. That's actually one of the most complex items in the game. We consume a lot. We're not producing it. All right. I hate when I can't find shit on this list. Am I producing titanium glass in the system at all? I should be. I should be producing titanium glass. Why am I not producing titanium glass? What the heck is going on here? Alright. That's weird because I could have swore I set up the system to do that. Yeah, because that's just going to do nothing but halt the production. Oh well. So, anyway, so I got that going. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take all 81 of these, or most as many as I can. Okay, so I took 60. That's more than enough. I'm gonna go find me another planet. Like somewhere, a star system that's kind of fairly new. Lava planet. Arid desert. Have I been here? So I'm gonna go here right quick. I think that might be a good one. Nah, there's not a lot on this planet. Like barely, barely over 2 million units of iron. Where did Icarus go? Oh, yeah, I got him in kind of like a weird orbit, so you see him right there. But there's plenty of room to build on here. This is actually a pretty big freaking planet. Actually, yeah, this actually might be a good planet to do this on. So we'll find there we go, coming up on the North Pole. Game keeps freezing when you do the when it's the one you're saving. Actually, this for what I want to do, the South Pole actually might be better. So we'll go there. But this has a different type of star. This has a B type star. You make a Dyson sphere around that. That's gonna look really cool. That's gonna look it'll the Dyson sphere is kind of mimic the color of the star that you normally put around it. The star that you put it around. So that's why this Dyson sphere in this system looks like that, and the ones like say back on the home world or like this one, that's why they're colored like that because they reflect the light from the star within it. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. How am I gonna do this? What I could do. What's the best way for me to do this? What do I have? What do I got available? I've got like one sorter. All right. Show me the grid, and what we'll do. Yeah, I've got one sorter, so I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use this sorter. I'm gonna put it right there, and then I'm gonna feed. Maybe like a belt going in here. How about this? A belt there, and then bring like maybe a belt out like that. And what if? And then I take like the artificial stars and get them as close together as I can. And I forget, do you feed? You have to feed these. Yeah, okay. You feed them with a sorter. So feed them with a sorter. The thing about that, you gotta have like, there's like you kind of have to jumpstart them with some power, which sucks. So I'm gonna, yeah. So if I do that and think about that though, those don't fit the same way all the time. So we'll do that, that, and since I'm gonna be using so many stars, yeah, this is gonna look pretty cool when I'm done. Yeah, this is gonna look pretty good. drones do their thing. Do that. Because my hope for this planet is, since it's not, I can't produce much raw on here because there's very little. There's iron here, but there's very little of it. There's no silicone, which sucks. Let's see how many more of these I got. I got 41. 41 more of these. That's dope. For right now, I'll do like maybe a quadrant. Actually, I only have 8. Wow. And I don't need to go. I was thinking about probably going all the way to the equator, but I don't need to do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up interplanetary logistics center right here, and we'll just use it. We'll use it. I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna call for some. We're gonna call for some solar cells, some solar panels, I guess, or maybe not. Dang, I actually might have to. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. We'll have to. I'm gonna have to mass produce that here, which is easy. And it's forced. Damn it, that's right. You need circuit boards to do that. Again, another iron-based iron item. I'm trying to think, was it like that before? Because I feel like it wasn't. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Damn. Well, alright. Go ahead and call on the antimatter fuel rods too. And I think 1,000 of these should work. Gotta make sure I call down a supply of warpers, or nobody's getting jack. At least not in no timely matter. So I'm gonna call down like about 1,000 warpers. So I got 1,000 warpers coming through, and then I'm gonna just route them. How many warpers do I got? I got 100. So I'm gonna take 50 of my own warpers and put them here. And then I'm gonna do like I've been doing, just kind of daisy chaining them. Daisy chain the warper supply. Yeah. All right. Yeah. the ships are coming. There's some ships coming from Wyzon. And boom, there you go. So I just kick started this whole planet's power grid with only one solar cell. And but the way that this is set up, I still had to put. Let's see. What if I did this? No, that don't work. That doesn't work as well. But I can put these. And see what's our power output right now. That's 3.2 gigawatts of power. Boom, 3.2 gigawatts of power within only a few minutes. And that's only what 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, with only about 19 artificial stars. So the only thing is that yeah, you have to you just have to you gotta power the sorter, which kind of doesn't make sense since the artificial star is already generating power. So you have to generate power, send power to something else, and then power it to a sorter that's connected to the object that's generating the power. It's kind of that's a bit weird to me. I don't know. I understand it's like that for the rest of the game, but if it's I don't know. Kind of weird that this is what's generating the power, and yeah, this is what's generating the power, which that power has to be sent to some type of a relay that has to send power to power the mechanism, which is the sorter that feeds the power source. Well, really, I take all that back. I didn't have to do that. Didn't really have to do that because you can manually feed these things. Yeah, but still, I was able to jumpstart it. So there we go. And because of that, really, I don't have to, because normally I would like use a crap ton of solar cells to power this planet. There's literally no need. That's 3.2 gigawatts, and what that's gonna do is that's gonna allow me to have more area to actually produce with. Because normally I would have like when I was first starting the game and before I actually was able to make artificial stars like we see here. Um, I would have to I would have to all of the use a bunch of solar cells because I prefer using clean energy. You can use oil if you want to, and then that's how I started. But this is much better, and you're producing more power. Um, yeah, producing more power in a small section of the planet than you normally would. That way, when I'm actually able to make Dyson sphere components, like when I'm actually able to make the rockets and then also make the solar cells, I can send them to the star and not have to worry about having how to power all that stuff. And I was trying to think where I saw this stuff from, and it just hit me. This whole concept of the artificial star. It came from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. Um, and if you remember, Doc Ock is the one that made it, and at the end of that movie, they had to he had to drown the star, so he had to throw that whole mechanism into the ocean. But yeah, so that works. And since there should only be a need to have that here, what I could do, come on, definitely don't got the components to make that. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and run one more of these, and I'll just run that right about there. I've got more artificial stars. I could probably just put. Yeah, either way, you still gotta put. Yeah, you still have to power the sorter, or else it'll stop feeding. And which is fine. I've got power towers I can just kind of lay right here. Do that, and it's kind of weird. I'm generating 3.3 gigawatts, and but it's demanding 1.3 gigawatts. So about a third of it's kind of basically gone. And what I can do instead of what was that just came in? Oh, yeah. So instead of actually running a whole conduit of solar cells all the way around, what I could probably do is see if I've got a decent amount of these. Yeah, we'll just run the satellite substation and let that be the conduit instead of the solar cell row, which is fine because I've made thousands of solar cells and used them, and I've kind of wrapped them all around the equator and then around all the prime meridians around the star. Not around the star, around the planet. But that's not gonna be a viable long-term solution. So this is probably how I'm gonna continue going forward. So that I'm gonna put them there. Um, got power these. Huh, that actually came pretty quick. And who said the polar ice caps need to be snow? All right. So I'm gonna let the satellite substations be the conduit, be the planetary conduit, meaning this is how I'm going to transfer power all across this planet. All right, let's get that done then. So instead of what I would normally do, I'm gonna leave this. Let's see. What I would normally do, where I'm putting all these satellite substations, I would normally have had that would normally have been solar cells. So I just ran that down. That prime meridian, and let's find the equator. Almost there. Zeros. Oh, wait. That's right. Let's turn around. We'll go here. And yeah, that's the equator. So I'm just going to wrap this around. And this planet here, it'll actually be a model for the rest of the planets in the solar system, and probably the rest in the entire star cluster. And I'm gonna have to do something eventually because my research just halted again. No, it's not it's starting and stopping. I'm gonna have to go find my research facilities and figure out what's going on. That actually looks pretty good. So you got the power source, which is the artificial stars. Got them on the south pole. Outputting right now 3.2 gigawatts of power. And the consumption demand, how's that? What I'm understanding is, so the consumption demand is 1.2 gig. So okay, that's because all the satellite substations, they're actually requiring zero point 0.5 megawatts of power. So that actually adds up. Change you up a little bit. I can't tell which part of this I'm changing. Let's see. Okay. How about we do this a little bit? We'll start like that. We'll go with that. Yeah. Okay. So this planet is ready basically to be strip mined.
Hey, check this out.
Let's see how many more of these. So I've got 30 stars. So yeah, hey, why not? Let's just go for it. Let's do this. We'll do that. that, and I'm gonna set these up until like I run out, and that's pretty much gonna be the end of the stream for now. That, gonna do that, gonna do that. And because this plant's gonna end up using a lot of so that's, wait, how's this, how are those on? Those are actually outside of the range of the SAT substation. It's kind of weird. Efficient. All right, that's about it. just come back later and fill the rest of this in. Um, I like that nice loud, deep, low hum that it makes. Yeah, I could actually produce a lot of stuff on here. There's plenty of room for facilities. Not a whole lot of raw material. What sucks is that there's no silicone on here, but it's kind of that's about right for a desert planet. No silicone, but so yeah, we did. We were able to do what we said. What I said, what I was gonna do is just increase the power output, which that's what happened. Um, some weird going. Maybe it takes time to build up, or maybe there's some glitch that's not allowing me to generate that much power. I think I think the way these work is as I add stuff, they'll generate more. Cause like these are the first ones that were made, right? But it looks great. I mean, that's a lot of stars. That's probably the most stars I put on one planet, and you saw like on my other planets, I kind of use it just kind of augment the current power grid, which is basically based on solar power, like 24/7 solar power. I wonder. I think I know what I could do, what else I could do with this. Where are they? Okay, I never made a bunch of these, but I could probably just use all that excess power and just. I could actually use this planet to power the whole system. And that's actually what I might try to do. Just fill up a bunch of batteries and just kind of ship them around. Because really, yeah, these accumulators, I mean, those are batteries. But they only hold like 900 kilowatts. Well, no. Sorry, take that back, take that back, take that back. Yeah, that's what I could do. So next thing I'm probably gonna end up manufacturing is gonna be the energy exchangers. That's not a bad idea. Ah, that's right. I might actually have to go to another plant and manufacture those because I'm not trying to ship all that. Or I could make it here. We'll see. All right, that's gonna end this episode right now. So um, join me next time on the program. I'm Doctor Right Now.